It's not like that. All right, Shalom. How about Shem Shabbat? Rabbi, can you hear me good?
Come on, can't say to work.
Just hit the speaker, please. Hit the button on the speaker, please. Poor Alban, we can't even hear Alban. Poor Alban, it's lucky, man.
Can you hear me now?
How about now, Alban? Say something, Alban.
Might check.
Yeah, much better. Sorry, it's lucky, Alban, man, for doing you like that, man. Have your Alban on mute, you know. It's like with the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Command General YAHANNA. And the UPK have classes Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Sorry, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. And Friday, Friday, we have the Hebrew class as well. And we also have a podcast as well every 9 till 11 on Friday. So, bury maybe a bit on the river. We have Monday, the history class, usually done by myself, 7 to 9 at 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. We got Tuesday, the Brotherhood class, which is done online, live from Manchester, where Alban and Tazarpong go heavy on the Brotherhood, man. Let you know all the Brotherhood, all the things that will fix the black community, fix the black on black crime, fix the Bloods and Crips and Mossad versus Dada and all the postcode wars you have in your cities, man. Wednesday, the law class, which is done by Officer Dungabar, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW, where he teaches blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians the law, man. The same law that we're broken. Shalom, Hakiyan. They're going, man. You good?
Yeah, Towa by the one. Good, man.
Hakiyan, you have powerful truth in the school, man. You know what I mean? Work is about the ranks, man. Look out for him. Then we got Thursday, which is today, scripture breakdown class, 394 Lodge Road, B18 5PW. Make sure you share, like, share, subscribe, pay your tithes. We got the last one called Dash class every Friday as well, which is the holy tongue of every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. Before the English, before the Spanish, before the Creole, the French, the Patois. We know what black people spoke, man. And we teach at the UPK every Friday, 7 to 8. Officer Shamgar, live from London. Watch it on I.S.U.P.K UK on Facebook, I.S.U.P.K UK on Instagram, YouTube, and the whole 9. So with that, before we get to our topic, any quick questions before we start?
I had a question. It's not a very quick one.
Go on.
But I had a question on, do you know how God explains the fate of Esau? I was wondering, do they have a like what's going to happen to Amalek? The Bible kind of has a separation between Amalek and Esau. I know Amalek is a descendant, but does the Bible like say what's going to happen to Amalek specifically?
So Amalek is a family in Esau, and according to the Bible, in the future, after 1,000, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are going to rule. I have all nations in slavery for 1,000 years. After 1,000 years, all the other nations are going to go back into the land after cleaning up the mess they made on this planet, man. All the global warming, all the extinct animals and so forth. And after that 1,000 years, when everyone go back to the land, Esau's going to be no more. He's not going to make it out, man. He's not going to be fit enough to survive the slavery. Or he just about can survive now. Right. So if anyone knows a bit of news, it's that white people are not what's the word? They're not reproducing as much as all the other nations, and they're gonna go into slavery and they're gonna just die off. That's according to the Bible. If you give me Obadiah.
Kadwan Khan.
You know which one I want, innit?
Kadwan Khan, yeah.
1 and 9.
Yeah, read that for me.
Yeah.
Book of Obadiah, chapter 1 and verse 8. Shall I not in that day, say the Lord, even destroy the wise men out of Edom?
So now give me verse 18, Baba Kushar. So this Obadiah is a book in the Bible, and it's got one chapter, and this whole chapter is about Edom, about how how evil Edom is, and what they've done to black people, and it also talks about their future as well, along with other prophecies. But Obadiah in particular is one chapter all about Edom, or Esau, the white man, the oppressor, the English, the German, the Dutch, the Spanish. That's the name of their forefather, a man called Esau, who made a nation called Edom. Keep it in.
Verse 18. And the house of Jacob shall be a fire, and the house of Joseph a flame.
So we are the nation called Israel. Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we're one nation. But because King David sinned, because King Solomon sinned, should I say, it's like, yeah, our nation was split. And it became the house of Jacob and the house of Ephraim. And the time's coming where the Lord's going to put both of them together. It's happening right now at the UPK, man. Today we call blacks and Hispanics. Back then was called the house of Judah and the house of Ephraim. And the Lord said all of us, all 12 tribes, are going to be a flame and a fire. Keep it in.
Oh, it's like you read it. Come on. And the house of Esau for stubble.
So we're going to be a flame, and the house of Esau is going to be a stubble, man. You know what stubble? Anyone know what stubble is?
God, it's kind of like dust. Like in this sense, it'd be kind of flammable.
There you go. It's like stubble's like the what left. You burn down a house, and the what left is called stubble, man. All the ashes and the remains. We're going to be a fire. We're going to put them in slavery. At the end of it, they're going to be stubble, man. Going to be the burnt up, nothing that's worth anything. Stubble, something that was blow away in the wind, turn to ash. Keep it in.
And they shall kindle in them and devour them.
And we're going to devour them, man. You remember how they put us in slavery? We're going to put them in slavery.
That's
right. You know, we're not going to be raping their boys. In fact, we're not going to even be raping their women. We don't do that, man. We're going to put them in slavery, make them serve out there 1,000 years. You know what I mean? Because why they made us slaves, man, for 400 years. And the Bible goes, if a man steals something, he must reward it back double, man. And Esau's going to get rewarded back double. We're not going to be raping their boys, not going to be molesting their boys. We're not going to be just cutting people's arms off for no reason. They're going to serve at their time in prison, man. At the end of it, they're going to be stubble.
Mm-hmm.
After 1,000 year reign, they're going to be stubble, man.
That's right.
First 250 years, you're going to be like, you know, some Edomites ain't really repopulate like they used to. That's crazy. And 500 years is raw. You know, they're kind of dropping a number, you know. And then 270 years, like, yo, it's been a while since I've seen the Edomite lately. When I've seen the Edomite, man.
Correct.
And then when it comes 1,000 years, why? They're gonna be like the dodo bird. They're gonna be in 1,000 years. They're gonna be in a museum. That's the next time you're gonna see them in a museum. You know how no one has ever seen a caveman before. You hear about them. The time's coming where no one's gonna see a white man again. You're gonna just hear about them. Your kids are gonna ask, Dad, what's an Edomite? You're gonna go, oh, son, this crazy nation that used to bomb the planet and do this, that. And go, yeah, really, yeah, man. Go down to London Museum and you'll see him. Your kids are gonna come back from school and say, Dad, I saw an Edomite in class. And say, yeah, in the book. And say, okay, that nation's gonna be wiped out, man. They're not gonna be able to survive the slavery. Keep it in. Just like how the Native American Indians couldn't survive the slavery when the Pilgrims came to America. They came over there with their diseases, and a lot of our brothers died because just by the white man's presence, because he come with his smallpox and diseases and dropped out. It's gonna be the same, but not by diseases, because we're clean. The hard punishment, they can't bear it. Listen, white man can't work today with their back and HR, with their HR issues, man. According to HR, I can't lift this, and always moaning and complaining. That's what's gonna happen to them. And to answer your question, Amalek said, sorry, keep it in slack here. Get that.
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
Read that again.
And there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau.
And that's what the Bible says. There shall not be any remaining from the house of Esau. House is family. And guess what? Amalek is a family of Esau. So all of them are bound to answer your question. The days coming, Shalom on the Christ. The days coming, there's going to be no more left. There shall be no more remaining from the house of Esau, whether it be Amalek or Eliphaz or the Dutch, the Romans, the Greeks, we'll give us about Portuguese and
Polish, Ukrainian.
There you go, Polish, Ukrainian, Russian, all the man there. There shall be none remaining. None of them ain't getting off. I know the Germans didn't have a hand in slavery, but still, they gotta go. Who else? The Italians didn't have a hand in slavery, but they're gonna go also, man. Why? Because they're from that same house of Esau, man. They didn't have a hand in slavery, but they did other evil works also. You got the Pope raping, all types of stuff, man. So it is. All right. That's your question, Alban.
Come on, sir. Thor.
So is that it, yeah?
Come
All right, no sweat. All right, so we go to the topic. So we're going to marrying your own race, you know, and keeping your bloodline pure. And this is something that the kings and queens know today. Kings and queens said it's like
The questions.
yeah, go on. The question.
Yeah.
Go on.
There's something is regarding the death of Judas.
The contradiction about he fell headlong and
No. What it is, there's two. I found two precepts, two verses in the Bible where he dies differently.
Yeah.
In Acts 1:18. I'm gonna have to find the other one, 2 Corinthians. In Acts 1:18, it says he hung himself. And in 2 Corinthians, it says he bought with his spoils, with his snitch money, he bought a field, and he went in the field and disemboweled and blood everywhere and guts spilled out. So this is two separate accounts of how Judas died. I don't know if you want me to pull them.
I know. Jim, I'm looking at already. So you put them both together. What happened to Judas was he hung himself, and the branch that he hung himself and snapped, and he dropped and his belly bust open. I'll get the precepts for you, but you got to put them both together. I got it right now.
The first one's Acts 1:18.
Acts 1 said he hung himself.
But it says he died after he hung himself.
And the other one said that he fell headlong and his guts bust open.
He actually bought the field. He bought the land with his snitch money, and he went into the field, and it doesn't say nothing about the branch snaps. Just said he went into the field, and he was disemboweled.
Yeah, his bowels come up. No, I heard it before.
I can pull it for you.
I heard it before. It's not that I heard before, and it's been broken down before. I just don't remember the precepts, but I'll get that for you for Captain Prussia. From what I remember was he hung himself, fell from the branch, and that's how his belly bust open. For what I remember, so both accounts ain't lying. It's just like two different men giving two different accounts. So if one man's looking at your face, the other man looking at your back. The man that's recording from looking at your back, you're gonna have the same account but slightly different for the man looking at your front. Your man at your front is gonna say, you know, Ariella was shouting and his face was angry. The man from the back is gonna say Ariella was shouting and his hood was up. It's like the same account but slightly different. I got the precept here. Ain't no sweat.
Matthew 27:5 is where he hung himself. And Acts 1:18 is where he bought he became disemboweled.
No, I've heard it before. It's one of the. It's what people
Acts 1:18.
I heard both of them before. People that try to not saying you are, but people that hate the Bible, they say, "Oh, the Bible full of contradictions." This is one they put up all the time. It's been broken down many times. Right now, I can't remember the precepts, but I'll definitely get it for you know, sweat. So as you know, people that royalty marry into royalty, or they marry their cousins to keep the bloodline pure. It's even a law in the British government. So a lot of kings marry their cousins and whatnot to keep the royalty in. And what we don't understand is that as Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we've been ordained by God to do the same thing, to do the exact same thing, to keep our bloodline pure. You know what I mean? So when you get an article first, and we get into the scriptures to prove that as well. Even before the law, we was ordained to do such a thing. Baba Kushar. So if someone read that for me, please, Baba Kushar.
Reads 12 royals who married their relatives.
It's like a bird meat. Boom, boom, boom. Can you read that?
Khan. Royals have been marrying their cousins since time immemorial. Traditionally, as a means of strengthening political alliances. What might be surprising, though, is that members of the royal family have continued to marry their cousins right up until the present day.
You can also, members of the royals always marry their cousins. And it says people even marry their cousins to this day. And here is a list of people, Queen Victoria and Prince Albert I, cousins. You got these are here, which is, who is it? King George IV and Caroline of Brunswick, cousins. And all for history, people's marrying their cousins. And likewise, in our community, the Israelite community, as blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, we do the exact same thing. We marry our cousins. We don't marry our close cousins. But if you're a black man and you marry another Benjamite woman, that's your cousin. You and her both share the same father, man, which is named Jacob. You know what I mean? If you both share the same granddad, which is Jacob, man. Kids that share the same granddad are what? All cousins, man. If you're a black man, if you're for the tribe of Benjamin and you marry I.S.U.P.K, you have married your cousin. And it's always been that way. And God has always wanted us to marry only our family, nobody else. From before the law of Moses, people think the law of marrying your family comes from the law of Moses. It predates Moses, man.
That's right.
Moses put that law on stone, but before that, it always was an oral tradition to marry your own people, man.
So lucky, sir.
Go on.
Sorry to cut you there, sir. But you know, the Lord is absolutely right by telling us to marry our own, because we ain't got nothing in common with those Edomites and those other nations, you know. Like before I come into the truth, you don't have nothing in common with them. Nothing whatsoever. You're sitting there, there's nothing there. But you know, when you get with your own people, as you was just saying, it feels so right. You know what I mean? It's so right.
Let me give you another thing, Hakayan, as well. Even if it don't feel right, it's still right, man. See, this truth, yeah, and got nothing to be feelings, man. Nothing. I just said, if you're, what we do by marrying black women is just law. We do it. You see, Indian man get arranged marriages, and no one gives a damn if she likes it or not, or how she feels, or how he feels. They do what's right, man, because their father told them to do so. That's an honorable son right there, man. In Hollywood, we've been told to be disloyal sons. And I know your dad wants you to not be gay, but I'm going to be gay because I want to be gay. Nah, man. We've been told the wrong way. Hollywood's told us to do what makes you happy. And I know what I shouldn't be a whore, but I'm going to go against what my dad said anyway and be a whore and make my dad turn in his grave because I want to be happy. Even if a black woman is a headache, man, you should marry a black woman. That's your people, man. All other nations do it. We become selfish and want to do what we want to do, and we got nothing to do with you, man. The Lord gave us 12 tribes of women, different textures and different flavors and different skin tones, different sizes, man. We got to find one of those, even if it feels good or not, man. If you're a black man with a white woman talking about she makes you feel good, the Lord don't give a damn.
That's right.
I don't care if the black woman makes your life hell, man. There's ways to go around it. There's ways to fix it. It's not about feelings, even if you don't have no connection, man. If you find a black woman that you do have a connection with, and you make it work, man. It's lucky, Ariana.
It's lucky, other one. The 13th child of Jacob was a girl. Was she the last born after Benjamin, or did she come in between? And the certain Rastafarians believe that there's 13 tribes because of Jacob's 13th child.
Okay, well, number one, the Rastas are crazy. Jacob had 13 children, but one of his children was a female, Diana. So she can't be a tribe. She don't carry seed. She would join someone else's tribe. She gets married into someone else's tribe. Any man she has, she becomes his woman. So that's ridiculous. And what was the other question? Sorry, about the 13th child.
That's what I told the Rastafarian.
Yeah. And what order she was born in, I'm not sure. I don't think the Bible says because I'm not sure. I gotta look into it. But a lot of times when it comes to the female, they don't really mention it. Like for instance, in the Bible they talk about Noah. Not really talk about his wife. Don't know his wife's name, because according to the story, she's insignificant. Jacob's daughter's only mentioned really because she got raped. Had she not got raped, she probably wouldn't even be mentioned. So again, I'm not saying women are insignificant, but in the grand scheme of things, she was insignificant. Like, a lot of things in the Bible ain't mentioned. It's not mentioned what year Jacob went to school. It's not mentioned what year Joseph took his first steps. It's insignificant. And likewise, the women in the Bible, they don't start tribes. Women don't go to wars. So a lot of times you don't really see women in the Bible, but there have been times when women have been to war and have done marvelous works. You'll hear it in the Bible. But Diana, her works in the Bible wasn't that significant that she got a book named after herself or a chapter or something like that. There was one instance where she got raped, and that's how we know Jacob had a 13th daughter.
Is it Dinah or Diana?
Diana, I'm not sure what. I think Diana. You know, Jacob had a
Dinah.
daughter.
Dinah.
She got raped, and that's why. But yeah, like I was saying, we gotta stop taking feelings out of it. How can I hear you, man? Being with a black woman is amazing. This is the best thing since. While the Bible says, have a wife of your youth, and the black woman is a wife of our youth, the woman we grew up with, is beautiful. But even if there's sometime in life, we gotta say right is right and wrong is wrong, man. Sometimes doing the right thing is the best thing, man. And doing the wrong thing feels wonderful. That's how it is sometimes. But someone called read me Deuteronomy 7. 7 and about 2.
Deuteronomy 7, verse 2. And when the Lord thy God shall deliver them before thee, thou shalt smite them.
Talking about, so Moses took us out of Egypt. And the Lord said, listen, Moses, I want you to go to certain lands, man. And when you go to the lands, smite them. He's giving us instructions what to do. Because if you don't give instructions, when we smite them, we're going to be like, what next? Do we marry them? What do we do with them? Do we learn from them? So the Lord's giving them instructions. So no man can say they didn't know what to do. And the Lord said, when you go there, smite them. We done?
And utterly destroy them.
And utterly destroy them, wipe them out, break their buildings down, destroy their heritage. That's what it means to utterly destroy somebody. Keep it in.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them.
And make no covenants with them, man. You know what a covenant is? Agreement, man. Don't be like, you know what England does to Russia? Yeah, we buy our energy from you. You know what I mean? You give us the pipeline and we'll give you this. We'll sell you wood and you sell us this. So we'll sell you energy. Like what England does in many countries. England gets their energy from Russia, their gas from Russia. England gets their bananas from Argentina and wherever the case may be. Get their German cars from Germany, Mercedes, whatever. They say you make no covenants with them, no import, export, nothing.
Thou shalt make no covenant with them, nor show mercy unto them.
And also, don't show mercy unto them. Go there, end them, do what you gotta do. Don't be like, oh man, but are they nice? Wipe them out, man. Keep it in.
Neither shalt thou make marriages with them.
The Lord said, neither make marriages with them. Do not marry them. Do not take their daughters. Do not take their sons. Don't take them unto you. Do not mix with them, man. Do not interracial marry. That's what the Lord's saying here to Moses. And the Moses is writing this down in a book, writing this down on stone, made it the law of the land, made it official. Keep it in.
Thy daughters thou shalt not give unto his son.
And it's Lord, that's like I love the Bible. The Bible's always black and white, man. Always black and white. You know when man go to jail and they say shit like, I ain't gay. I was doing the sex, I wasn't taking the sex. The Lord don't have that. Like in the streets, they have a thing like, I don't know, you know, because he was giving it, he wasn't taking it. The Lord lets you know plain. No marriages with them. You can't forget. First of all, don't take the daughters, don't take the sons, making it plain and clear. So no man can say, yeah, but I didn't marry them though. My son didn't marry to them, my daughter did. The Lord makes everything plain and clear, so no one can get out of it, man. Keep it in.
Nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son.
So you can't marry into them. Whether you take their sons or whether you take their daughters, whether you give your sons or give your daughter, you can't marry unto them. You cannot be mixed with them. You cannot be, your son can't have a heathen wife. Your daughter can't have a heathen woman. The Lord said, do not mix with them. And that's a wonderful thing, man. As the Bible says, royals don't mix with common people. Black man, you're a royalty, man.
Right.
Imagine if the queen came to Aston and had sex with one of you random brothers out here, man. That means she's going to turn what she calls a peasant rich. Some man not worthy, he's going to be having diamonds on his head. And black man, that's what happens every time you lie down with a white woman, man. So woman that ain't worthy, you're giving her one of your precious sons, man.
That's right.
One of your precious seed, man. You're making her have a precious son in her womb, and a precious daughter in her womb. You know, black men are full of flavor and life and excitement and spirit. And you're giving one of them, man. You're bringing them around you, teaching them your culture, but they should be over there, man, learning their culture. Right. And we should breed amongst us. That wealth, that the queen is gonna give her wealth to another wealthy man. And guess what? That wealth, he's wealthy, she's wealthy, and they're gonna make a brand new wealthy family. Then that kid that they have is gonna grow up and marry another wealthy woman, and that wealth stays in the family. The family. Black man, you're taking your good hard-earned money and giving it to a white woman. You're a footballer, black man, earning billions and millions, kicking a ball from the ends, you know, like Raheem Sterling, from the ghetto, man, from nothing, and you're one of the few black men to make it out. And you're gonna give that money back to the white community. Raheem Sterling didn't do that, mind you. You got a black woman, but I'm saying a lot of our insaners do that. So like
other one. It's making contracts with these other nations that got us into slavery in the first place, first 430 years.
There you go.
Because we walked into Egypt to trade and made contracts with Hamites.
There you go. You know what I mean? We went into Egypt. No, we did not to commit contract. We were there for. We did actually for grain. We went there for grain. That's correct. Went to Egypt. mid-trade, got too comfortable. Like just like England played us, man. Black people come here from the wind rush, got too comfortable, played us. It's the same story over and over again. That's why we don't make contracts with other nations, man. Don't make agreements with them. You know what I mean? But keep reading, Baba Kasha.
Qadar Khan, verse 4. For they will turn away thy son from following me.
And the God said, they will turn your sons from following me. God said, do not mix with them, man. Do not do it, man. Because why? Before you know it, yeah, our whole culture's down the drain. And that's what happened. That's what you see today, man, 2022. Nowadays, you go London, Birmingham, black people just are not racist no more. Oh, no, nothing wrong with that, man. You know, I get Indian, we get a Chinese. It don't matter, man. Stop being silly, stop being ridiculous. No other nation thinks like that. But black people, man. You might get a few Asians that do it. You might get a few Chinese that do it. But as a whole, they stick together, man. They come from there, can't speak English. And they got both of them don't speak English together and they own a shop. And in your area, they own a shop and can't speak English. And they hand that shop down to their daughter, man, and make sure that she marries someone else. And guess what, black man, you are greater than them. And a black man's goal is just to go into a white man's family. It's to go to an Indian man's family. I've sat down with brothers, man. I watch brothers brag about it like the other nations or something, man. I watch brothers talk about, yo, got Indian thing, you know.
Yeah.
You listen to me, like, Indian thing. And we're so destroyed, we feel like Indian people are better than us. That's nothing to brag about, man.
That's right.
Black man, do you not know the history of the Indians? They have a bath in Duri, man.
That's right.
Indians worship a cow that God made for Big Macs, man. And that tastes delicious. They worship a cow. And we're so low. We look at that. Look at, oh, and the shit bathing cow worshiping woman, man.
That's right.
We're so low. We feel a woman who's a descendant of a caveman. A caveman, you know, a caveman with hair all over, that grunts, naked in the cave. We think his woman sexy. Oh, you know what? I got a white woman, I got a white thing, you know. And everyone laughing. Oh, I don't like this. What's it? Look at that. It's nice, isn't it? I look to myself and say, black people, how low have we become, man? That the scum of the earth is the trophy to have. Do some Chinese history, man. Go for history. Do some African history. A black man, I got a Nigerian girl, you know. Yeah, my mother Africa. Do you know you just married the people that put plates in their lip, man? The descendant of people that cut off women's clitorises, man. The descendant of people that eat flies, man. They're making mosquito burger, man. So low, they feel they're better than us. And that's what the Lord said, do not marry them. Why? Because they'll stop your sons from following me. After a while, we don't want to be black no more. We don't want to be proud. We want to marry them. We're up here. We're the kings and queens, man. The king and the queens marry their cousins. They marry into royalty, not us. We marry into scum, man.
That's right.
Right? We got to please us. It defeats me, man. Any black man that thinks he got a trophy because he got an Indian girl, I don't understand. I don't see you as a black man going to sit down on an Indian man's couch with the whole family watching TV and the yes, there, chilling. I don't know. I don't understand. I can do it. I'm better than that. So lucky. Me and no Indian man can't share no couch, man. No Indian man can pass me no remote, man. So lucky, man. You know, white man can't sit on no couch, man. And like, hey, Croft, you right, mate? Here you go. Oh, do us a favor, will ya? I look at myself like, whoa, what have I become?
It's lucky the one.
Anybody about just there's no history of me sitting down with any other nation, man. You won't find it, man. Not in my personal life, so lucky. In my personal life, I choose. You won't catch me sitting down with no other nation. Why? Because I'm better than them, man. You can't share them. They can't have me no plate of food. Here you go, Croft, here, have that. Nah, it's lucky, man. I'm better than them, man. It's lucky.
Okay, so what if you had white in your family, you know, like a white brother-in-law or something like that? Yeah, obviously, I mean, my own thing is like not to leave this kid around these kids and whatnot. How do I work around that? Because I'm obviously, you know what I mean, I'm trying to keep the peace as well. You understand? How does that work? How am I gonna get around that? Obviously, I don't trust him. I don't go pubs with him, party, drink, anything like that. I understand all that. But what about when, you know what I mean?
If you got a family member, that's a heathen, you know, the Bible goes, honor your father and your mother, you love him. You got a cousin who's, you know, Chinese man or whatever, on your dad's side, your cousin, and you should love him, man. You know what I mean? You go for a drink, you do your thing, but tell him, listen, I'm your cousin, but I'm not your people. That's the difference. And it's the same as dealing with black people in the world, man. You got a cousin who's a full black man that don't want to come into school. You treat him the same way, you love him, you know what I mean? He's having a drink up. That it's not a birthday party, it's not a Christmas party. You attend, man, show your face, have a wonderful time. But no, listen, what you're on, I'm not on. That we smoking, I don't do, man. Don't call me to come buy some weed. Don't call me if I got weed or you want a lift to get some weed. Just family, and you just keep it like that, man. And you just let him know. It's like your
It's like the other one. Was Moses' children led astray by them?
No, there wasn't. Moses.
She had a different God.
She did. Moses was a man that didn't know. Moses was a man that wasn't in the truth at the time, and at that time, in fact, Moses' woman was led by him. Moses' woman was forced to circumcise the children, and she didn't want to. When the kids got circumcised, she called Moses a bloody man. Like, what the hell are you doing? You know, this is barbaric. What are you doing? But at the time, we was powerful, so Moses kind of influenced her. And even this is Moses speaking right here with a heathen woman. Moses here saying, "Don't have no heathen woman," and Moses has a heathen woman. That's because the Lord knew that Moses didn't know no better. Had Moses known better, he wouldn't have no heathen woman, man. That answers your question, Haki and Korab.
Karawan Cancer, Thwada.
All right, no sweat. And yeah, just if you got cousins and whatnot, just let them know, you know, I'm part of the UPK. This is how I get down, and they respect you for it, man. They'll be like, "That's my cousin Hakian right there. He don't eat pork. He don't do that." You know, I won't invite him to a birthday party. Guess what? They'll still love you, man. And sometimes they invite you. I got a party. Oh, you can't even come, can you? It's a birthday thing. Sometimes they don't even meet that before. They don't respect you, but they'll only respect you if you respect yourself. If you're a man hiding and ducking and dodging, they'll be like, "Listen, you don't respect your own thing, man. You stand firm and show them. They'll respect it, man." I forgot man's birthday. It's all right though, man. It's all right. They'll love you, man. They'll say, as you know what, my cousin, he's on something else, but I still love him.
Right.
Yeah, we don't
know. Khan. That they will serve other gods, so will the anger of the Lord be kindled against you and destroy thee suddenly.
And the Lord didn't want us to have no outside influence. He didn't want us having no outside influence, man. He wanted us to be around each other. Black man, we are royalty, man. And we can't be mixing with no other nations. We're going to get more scriptures to show you that. So this is where the law of not interracially marrying comes from. So a lot of Christians will say, yeah, but before Moses, you can marry whoever you want to marry. That is a lie. Moses took what was written before him and put it on paper. Before that, this law was always in place, man. Someone give me Genesis. Start with the first man, Adam. Genesis 2 and 22.
Book of Genesis chapter 2 and verse 22. And the rib which the Lord had taken from man.
Slakia, give me verse 21, Baba Kishar.
Okay. Verse 21. And the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam.
So for the precepts, the Lord called a deep sleep to fall upon Adam. So a Christian would think that the Lord put, what's that gas that Michael Jackson was addicted to? Anesthetic. What's it called? What's it called again? I swear it was anesthetic. Anyway, Christians think that the Lord put that mask upon people that make them fall asleep. Nah, man. When the Lord said I put a deep sleep upon Israel, it means we're not aware of what we're doing. We're just in zombie land. So the Lord caused Adam a deep sleep on Adam, meaning what? Adam wasn't aware of what he was doing at this time. We're gonna go back to it. Just walk me slowly. Okay, we're gonna get back to it. Keep it in.
And he slept, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
Okay, so bear with me. I'm gonna get to it. A lot of you probably thinking, what's wrong with Craft? He's losing his mind. The Lord opened up Adam and took a rib from him. So Christians think the Lord started doing surgery on Adam and shit, man. Just opening him up and stuff. Nah, man. A rib is hip talk for one of your family members. The Lord took a family member from Adam and closed the flesh thereof. I mean, it took a family member from Adam and closed the flesh. I mean, Adam not allowed to marry no one else, no Chinese woman, no African woman, no Ethiopian woman. It's gonna explain. Keep reading.
And the rib which the Lord God had taken from man made he a woman.
And the rib that the Lord took from Adam, he made him a woman. That woman there in Hebrew just means wife. It means wife. The rib that he took from Adam, he made him a wife. So he got a family member, Adam's close family member, and made a wife out of that close family member. Bear with me. I've seen a lot of faces. I got you, man. Keep it in.
And brought her unto the man. And Adam said, this is now bone of my bones and flesh of my flesh.
And Adam said, now this is bone of my bone, flesh of my flesh. We done?
She shall be called woman.
She shall be called woman. And that word there's wife. She shall be called my wife. We done?
Because she was taken out of man.
There you go. All right, cool. So let's give me Genesis 29 and 14. Stick where you are. Adam said she shall be called, she is bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh. We're gonna find out what bone of bone is and flesh of flesh is.
Genesis 29:14.
Okay.
And Laban said unto him, surely thou art my bone and my flesh.
So Laban, so Jacob, which is his what? His nephew. I said, Laban, you're my bone and my flesh. What does that mean?
Selective.
I got it right. It means family.
Emma.
People
Yeah,
say
relative.
today, how you gonna do that? People say today, listen, how you gonna do that to your own flesh and blood, man? Bone of my bone and flesh of my flesh, me, my family. Eve was family to Jacob. Eve was family to Adam. Adam was not the first man on the earth. There was many people, and the Lord found a close relative and made that his woman. Also, get me 2 Samuel 5:1. So King David, hold your point. One second, I'm gonna get there. King David also had a council with all of Israel, and this is what King David called all of Israel. Give me 2 Samuel 5:1.
2 Samuel 5:1. Then came all the tribes of Israel to David.
There came all the tribes of Israel, Issachar, Manasseh, Judah, Benjamin, Ephraim. All the tribes came to King David. Keep it in.
Kadawan Khan. To David unto Hebron, and spake, saying, behold, we are thy bone and thy flesh.
And they said, King David, listen, all of us, man, we are your bone and your flesh. We are your family. That's how you bring it in the Bible. Bone of bone and flesh of flesh means your family. That's what it means. She's not bone of his bone because she was a rib of his. She's bone of his bone. Why? Because she was a family member. There was many people on the face of the earth at that time. Don't let me prove it. The Bible said that Cain said to the Lord, listen, if I go out, people are going to kill me. Who? If he was the only people there. Right. It was Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. He killed Abel, so 3 of them left. So who's going to kill Cain? Then the Bible said Cain went out to the land of Nod and got himself a wife. Where did his wife come from? Right. There was many people at the face of the earth at this time, and the Lord got Adam's family and gave him a woman from that family. Go back to Genesis
2:9.
20, sorry, Genesis
2:29.
2.
Oh, slack it, 2:20. And Adam get 2:21. And the Lord caused a deep sleep to fall upon Adam, and he slept, and he took one of his ribs.
So for the Lord to make this is mad, because this is a black man's book, man. This is a black man's book. The Lord put in the law that we must have sex with our own race of people. Why did the Lord put that in the law?
So, say that again, another one.
In the law that we read, that Moses wrote, the Lord said that we must only marry our own women. Why did the Lord put that in the law?
Slack yourself.
Go on.
To keep
the bloodline pure.
Yeah,
true. But
right.
If the Lord didn't put it in the law, what would we have done?
We would have went with heathens.
There you go. Now, the Lord put Adam in a deep sleep, so he will marry a woman of his own nation. Is the Lord never? What would Adam have done?
Drifted to another nation. Yeah,
that's what we always do. The Lord said he put a deep sleep upon Adam, meaning Adam wasn't aware of it. Why? Because had Adam been aware, Adam would do what all black men do. All black men without the law want to marry other nations. I don't know, it's glorious to us. We want this nation and that nation and the East Indians. The Lord called a deep sleep to fall about Adam, meaning Adam didn't know what he was doing. I'll get the precept in a second. Go on.
That deep sleep here, was that like a you know, you said he didn't know what he was doing. Did you mean like he only had taste for his own people, then his own?
No. For instance, who knows? Adam could have been in the mall shopping and saw this black girl. I'm like, all right, you're cool, man. Yeah, you're good. Oh, you're a relative of my people, man. You're good. We're gonna come over and some drinks and Netflix and blah 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 blah. Was the intention? And before you know it, that's his wife. That's what it means, deep sleep. He wasn't fully aware. Go on.
So the Lord directed him basically to go to his own people.
The Lord directed him. Meaning, if Adam was fully awake, if he was in his right mind, like, nah, I'm trying to get these heathens over here, man. But the Lord called a deep sleep to fall upon him. Meaning, he wasn't aware. Who knows how it played out?
In his right mind.
He's probably around there drinking and having a wonderful time. And before you know it, he married some other family member. Slap one.
Mm.
1 second. Slap one.
Like similar to Mary and Joseph, would you say? A bit similar
That's
to
right.
that type of thing, innit?
Joseph was espoused to Mary. I was supposed to marry her one day.
Mm.
Went down there, before you know it, he married her before the time. He's like, shit. And he thought, you know what? I might have to put her away, meaning I might have to put her away privately, meaning, send her down south, send her to her uncle's house, because if people see this big baby, they're like, yo, I'll go on here. Same thing like Mary and Joseph, same thing. He was meant to marry her just like now. And the Lord called a deep sleep to fall upon him. As the Bible said, what? The Bible goes, the Holy Spirit guided him. Same thing. He wasn't aware of it. He was aware. He would have waited. But who knows how it played out, but it played out somehow. It's like
So the biblical definition of a rib is your family, not your wife as we use it.
No, we say wife, but rib.
But the biblical definition is a family member.
Bone, family member.
Brother, cousin.
Close member of your family, They are your bones. People say today, listen, man, how you gonna do it to your own flesh and blood, man? That's your flesh and blood, man. They ain't physically flesh and blood. They ain't my flesh and blood, but maybe we share the same flesh and blood. And like us in the Bible, when it refers to bone, the book of Genesis is one big parable. You have to understand the Bible and put it together. Talks about, the serpent talking and the beast of the field. You have to find out what the beast of the field is, what the bone of the bone is, what the breath of life is. And you come to class long enough, you get it all. And one day you see the whole thing. And it's mad because what Adam was like Abraham at his time. A man that the Lord was with, what everybody else was in darkness. The man that the Lord chose, who everyone else was in darkness. A man whose children became chosen ones, became the sons of God, just like how Abraham, his children became Israelites later down the line. The sons of Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and their kids became chosen. It's the same thing, but back before there was Israel and Esau and other nations, they're called different nations, but the same thing happened back then. You had Abraham, other nations, and the wicked one, which was Cain. Today you got Israel, other nations, and the Edomites.
It's like other one. The wicked ones.
With Adam, it was just Seth's bloodline where Noah came from.
Yeah.
Because Cain's bloodline, God didn't love.
He didn't love.
Wipe them out. All the tribes of Cain got
wiped out
and drowned.
Cain's bloodline was there all the way to the time of the flood.
Noah,
but then
10 generations from Adam and Eve
but,
and Seth.
But guess what though? They came back.
That's right.
Do you not believe in reincarnation?
Yeah.
But remember, they're not the sons of Cain no more.
At the time of Noah,
he
wiped out all the tribes of Cain.
Not just tribe of Cain, but everybody. He wiped out. In the time of Noah, everyone died.
There was only tribes of Cain and the few people from Seth's bloodline.
No, in the time of Noah, everyone died. Cain, only 4 people survived. So not just Cain got wiped out. Everyone got wiped out. But
4 or 8.
8 people. 4 people and their wives. 8 people.
Yeah.
So everyone got wiped out. So, but again, in this earth, you always have chosen, everybody else, and the wicked one.
It's like but from Seth's bloodline, there was only Noah and his family left.
Mm-hmm.
Cain wiped all of Seth's tribes out, killed them all.
No, but there's other nations too at the time, and the Lord wiped out everybody, even the other nations that was there too. So, like example, you had something.
I was gonna say, I forgot now. So like, yeah, go on.
I was talking about usually 3 classifications of people.
Yeah, Esau's back. That's not what I was gonna say, but Esau's the wicked one that's returned back in. Esau's Cain. That's what I was gonna say. Esau's Cain back in the earth.
It's not Cain because Cain's dead, but the same.
Yeah,
vibe.
it's the wicked. So like,
read that again, Alban, if you could.
Kind of the Wakan. Because deep sleep, and he took one of his ribs and closed up the flesh instead thereof.
All right, give me Genesis 10 and 12. So that's Adam who married a woman of his own people. And there's many people around it. Adam married his own people, man. In fact, let me prove that Adam was the only man around, man. So like, give me where Adam had children. Yeah, give me Genesis 4.
Verse 1.
Yeah, 4 and 1, Baba Kushar.
3 and 1 or 4 and 1 are the one.
No, Genesis 4 and 1.
Okay, Genesis 4, verse 1. And Adam knew Eve, his wife.
So Adam knew Eve. Adam had sex with Eve, you done?
Kadawan Khan. And she conceived and bare Cain.
And she had a son called Cain. She conceived and had a son called Cain. So if Adam and Eve were the only people on the earth at the time. That's 3 people. Adam, Eve, Cain. Keep it in.
Kadawan Khan. And said, I have gotten a man from the Lord.
And she said, I got a man from the Lord. I got a man from God. Keep it in.
Kadawan Khan. And she again bare his brother Abel. And
again,
Abel,
she bare his son called Abel. That's Adam, Eve, Cain, and Abel. Now skip down to give me verse 8.
Kadawan Khan. And Cain talked with Abel, his brother. And it came to pass, when they were in the field, that Cain rose up against Abel, his brother, and slew him.
And Cain slew Abel. So now it's Adam, Eve, and Cain. Why? Because Abel's dead now, man. 3 people. Just 3 people, man. According to them. So 1 second. Give me Genesis. Give me 1 second.
Verse 14.
Give me 20. Give me 4 and about verse. Give me 1 second. Give me about verse 13. No, verse 14. So the Lord is giving Cain his punishment for killing his brother. And this is what Cain says to the Lord.
Genesis 4:13. And Cain said unto the Lord, my punishment is greater than I can bear.
Cain said, my punishment is too great I can bear. I can't carry this, man. You know some punishment you can carry? Like, oh, it's rough, but I'll do it. He said, I can't even carry this. It's too much, man. The Lord said, what? Kicks him out of the garden. Is to wander the earth like some vagabond. You know what I mean? He's not in his land no more. He's saying, I can't do that, man. It's too much. Imagine this one. Imagine you're being kicked out of Birmingham or London. And you're just wandering on the motorway, man. Trying to find food. Like back in there, you could go to the store and you're in the city, man. Everything was there for you. Now you got to find your own food, man. Now you got to fend for yourself. There's traps in the woods and deers in the woods and lions and everything. He said, I can't do this, man. You just cast me out of my city. Like, where am I going to go? You kick me out of my country. I can't bear this. Keep it in.
Kadawan Khan. Behold, thou hast driven me out this day from the face of the earth, and from thy face shall I be hid, and I shall be a fugitive and a vagabond in the earth.
So you kick me out of my land, and you hid your face from me. The Lord's face is what, when the Lord got his face on you, it means you're protected, man. The Lord's watching over you. He's making sure, you're not putting your fingers in the socket. You're doing good. If his face is hid from you, that means he turns his back on you, man. It's like whatever happens, man. If the Lord got his face upon you, he makes sure that the Lord's face on you, he makes sure you don't crash your car, man. He makes sure no gang don't shoot you, man. Make sure everything's tawab. Well, his face is on you, he's like, yeah, man, go crash your car, man. You know what I mean? No one protects you from them gangs no more. No one protects you from them police. And Cain's like, listen, you turn your back on me. Like, I can't live like this. Keep it in.
Kadawan Khan, that everyone that findeth me shall slay me.
And he goes, anyone that finds me is going to kill me. Who could slay him, man? Who could slay him if he's Adam and Eve's first child? Who predates him? Because he wasn't the only person around, man. There was people around at the time. He goes, the people that catch me and slay me.
Right.
Which is normal.
Right.
It's like, if you're a man if you're in jail and you're new to jail, you're just checked in and you're by yourself, you have no protection. You ain't so-and-so's cousin. You ain't got no rep. What happens to you, Ariella, man? You bust that cell. You're the new guy. You ain't get slayed, man. And Cain's saying the same thing. I'm out of my land. I don't know nobody. Anyone that sees me gonna yell. So who's this guy here, man? What you got for me? You're gonna slay me? So I can't handle that, man. And this is how you know this is the spirit of the oppressor, man, the devil, man. Cain said, I'm a fugitive and a vagabond. And the white man is a fugitive. A fugitive is a man running away from his crimes that hasn't been brought to justice yet. And that's the oppressor, man. Running away from his crimes and hasn't been brought to justice yet. Hasn't been brought to justice for slavery. Haven't been brought to justice for stealing all the oil from the Arabs. Hasn't been brought to slavery for killing 99 million black people and 77 Native American Indians. Hasn't been convicted for slaying those people in South Africa. Hasn't been convicted for wiping out the rainforest and wiping it clean and killing the whole Amazon. Hasn't been brought to justice for Come on, man. Let's go. Going to Hawaii and killing all those people with syphilis hasn't been brought. Every other nation have been brought to justice. He hasn't, man. Every other nation pays reparations and says sorry. He hasn't, man. And he's a vagabond too. A vagabond's a bum. A man that has no land, living from land to land to land. That's the oppressor, man. The oppressor's in South Africa, calling himself African. The oppressor talks about, oh, I love me a good cup of tea. Wait, I love me a British tea. That's a vagabond, man. Tea don't come from England. Tea from India, man. Talking about, oh yeah, I love me a kebab. Kebab don't come from England, man. Kebab comes from Turkey. Oh, I love me a curry. Curry don't come from England, man. Yeah, your chicken tikka masala, man. That's the British national dish. Chicken tikka masala don't come from England. It don't even sound English. Everything is a fugitive and a vagabond. Everything don't come from here, man. They never talk about, yeah, man, use Dunlop tires for my car. Dunlop tires, you know, the good tires. Listen, the rubber tree don't come from England, man. Cadbury's chocolate, Cadbury's, the cocoa bean don't come from England, man. You can't have Cadbury's chocolate, man. Cadbury's a white man from Birmingham, to be precise. Cocoa beans do not grow in England, man. That is a vagabond right there, man. Stealing people's culture. Salakia.
And Salakia, the Jewish man today.
What's your point?
So they've coveted everybody else's traditions and ideas.
Here you go. Still the fugitive and the vagabond, steal people's culture and call it their own. Before England, Japhetic people lived here, Goma, everything. Now we're British. Before America, the native Indians lived there. Now we're the red-blooded Americans. The eagle come from the Babylonians. The pyramid come from the Egyptians. All they do is steal people's culture, man.
So even the things we associate with them, can you imagine that they've been stolen as well? Like the Sunday roast.
Could have. Even Sunday, even Christianity is paganism. But it's not white paganism. Come from the Babylonians. Sun worship don't come from the British. Come from the Babylonians. They even stole that too, man. They even stole the bad stuff. Sunday worship come from even Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Friday, the moon day, Tuesday, 4-day. All that came from Egyptian gods. Which what the Romans do, who white people renamed them and made them Roman gods. They are fugitive and they're vagabonds. All they do is steal, man. Sluck it to that point.
Yeah, I was gonna say that the Jewish man, he stole our identity, he stole our shield. You know what I mean? The seal of Zion, man. The shield of David. You know what I mean?
Even the basic level, just still King James identity. Sluck here, dog.
Right.
Our people can't. They've done so much, but they still can't see. Majority of them can't see what these Edomites have done.
Oh man,
It's ridiculous.
You want to know why? The Bible says so, man. 1 second.
It's too much. You know what I mean?
So with Dar said, how come so much our people can't see it? If you could with Dar, get me 2 Thessalonians 2 and 3. This is why, man. It's in the Bible, man. We've got a question online. Let me get that too. Bear with me. Quite a few questions.
2 Thessalonians what?
I think it's 2 and 9. Quite cool. Nice and loud.
The book of Thessalonians, chapter 2, verse 9. Even him who's coming in after the working.
Go 2 verses before, please.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 7. For the mystery of iniquity doth already work.
So Paul said the mystery of iniquity already works. Did anyone know who the mystery of iniquity is? I hope you are.
The Romans.
Yeah, right, man. He's a mystery of iniquity. You know what iniquity is?
Sin.
There you go. You know what I mean? Say it's like sorry, but we end up. Sin is iniquity. Now, imagine this: the sin that everyone knows. You buy a car. Hold on, I gotta test it first. Because this car, it might be a banger, it might not work. Hold on, this girl wants to have sex with me. I better get a checkup first. I better get a condom. Because there's sin that's in your face and you know it. Then there's a mystery of sin. A sin that's out there, it's a mystery. You would never even know it. There's a sin that goes, celebrate Christmas for the kids, man. What's wrong with having sex with a white woman? You can't help who you fall in love with. That's the mystery of iniquity. And who's the mystery of iniquity? Who makes you sin without even knowing? Who makes you sin? It's not in your face. Who tells you, oh, man, you want to have sex with the next man? Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. You're born this way. God made you this way. You can't help who you're attracted to. That's the mystery of iniquity. It's sin, but it's a mystery. A mystery is something hard to understand, something that you wouldn't even know it's there. And that's the oppressor. He's the mystery of iniquity, and he's already working. If you don't know, here's the reason why you got to fight your grandparents and tell them Christmas is evil. They can't understand the life for them. Like, how is Christmas evil? How is turkey and stuffing and candlelight evil? Is so wonderful. The lights and the star and the tree and the kids and the Christmas carols and the cold. How you can explain to them why? Because it's the mystery of iniquity. It's like, how is Easter so evil? They don't even understand. How is pork so evil? All it is meat, man. It goes in your belly. That's it. How's the Lord gonna judge me because of my diet? That's because the oppressor is mysterious, man.
Right.
He's that snake, he's that serpent in the garden. That's more subtle than any other beast, man. That's him. Keep it in.
Until he be taken out of the way.
There you go. So that man, that mystery of iniquity, has to be taken out of the way, man. Has to be put in slavery. Has to be put in chains for our people to see. Hold on, this was evil, man. Keep it in.
And then shall that wicked be revealed.
And then shall the wicked be revealed. When you take him out the way, you go, raw. I can see it now, man. This man slaughtered the South Africans, even though they're not our people. Slaughtered them, man.
Right.
Slaughtered them and then called himself South African. That's wicked. But what? Because of the mission of iniquity, you say, no, he discovered that land. The love them words there. If you steal someone's car, you're a thief. The white man the whole country and it gives us the word discovered it. And we go, oh yeah, that makes sense. Why? Because he's the mystery of iniquity, man. He's slick, man, sly, man, he's slick. Right. Dave Chappelle said it. Dave Chappelle go, okay, safe. After the show, I'm gonna go discover someone's car. You know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? You go out there and kill people. It's a massacre. What's the name? Hitler massacred all those people. The white man go out there and massacred all these Africans, man. And they called it he triumphed. First, he triumphed. He triumphed over all these Africans. To the words they use, they're just slick, man. Right. And you got to see them for who they are. Keep it in.
Another one come. Whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth.
And the Lord's going to kill him. The Lord goes, that one, when he take it out of the way, we shall see his wickedness. Who the Lord shall devour with the spirit of his mouth, man. The Lord's going to kill him. Man, don't go out there and harm nobody. The Lord's going to take him out of the way. And you're going to say, you know what? That's an evil somebody, man. I didn't know. I see it now. Slack it up one.
Yeah, slack it on. Like, the spirit of his mouth is that, like, us going out teaching this word as well to bring him down in it, to show his wickedness, basically. By
you men in the UPK, you are the Lord's mouth. The Lord don't come and speak himself. The Lord don't say, listen, pork is evil. You go out there and say pork is evil. We are the Lord's mouth. And the Lord can destroy him every time you go out there and say, listen, the white man is the devil, man. You know what I mean? The white man is a liar, is a oppressor, showing the whole world who he really is. And that's why everyone should know who he is. You know what I mean? But overall, the Lord's going to take him out the way, as we read in Obadiah. We'll keep it in.
Come. And shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
And the Lord going to destroy him with the brightness of his coming. You know what I mean? Through precept upon precept, you're going to set him on fire, man. That's what it means, the brightness of his coming. The Lord's coming with fire. And you know, fire is bright, man. Keep it in.
Another one come. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
Read that again.
Even with him whose coming is after the working of Satan.
And the Bible says the white man's coming is after the workings of Satan, man. He works for Satan. I mean, he's not Satan, but he does the works of Satan, man. God said that in the Bible. Don't call me no racist, man. God said that any man that tells people it's okay to marry, even though they're the same sex, is working for Satan, man. Any man that tells people they can call themselves trans, they are working for Satan, man. Black man works for God, man. The white man works for Satan, man. That's why they push their same-sex marriage, man. That's why they say that pork is the other white meat, man. That's why they say that children, if you beat your children, discipline them, they can divorce their parents and have their parents locked up. Why? Because they are doing the works of Satan, man. Keep it in.
Right.
Another one come. Even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders.
With all powers and signs and lying wonders. That's what the oppressive is, liars, man. Right. Everything you learn in school, man, you got to come to the I.S.U.P.K first and clarify it, man. Because this man will lie on anything. This man lied to say King James was a white man. Lied to say the angels were white. Lied to say Christ was white. This say if Jesus Christ gives this man 1,000 years more in history, you mark my words. If Jesus Christ don't come back in 2,000 years in history, you're gonna hear that Tupac was white also.
That's right.
You have pictures to prove it. You're gonna hear Malcolm X was white. You're gonna hear Martin Luther King was white. You're gonna hear every great black man. You're gonna hear Dale's white, and you're gonna hit the Tupac album cover, and Tupac gonna have blonde hair, and you're gonna say Eminem was the greatest rapper of all time, because that's what they're pressing. Give him more time, man. Trust me, he'll do it. So like, yeah.
So like the other one. Okay, so we're talking about he's got a slick mouth, the enemy. Could we put, if you're pushing that or using it when you're teaching, could you put Psalms 55 and 21?
Definitely. But it's words smoother than butter. Definitely, you can use that. Definitely. Read that, Baba Kashar.
What, Psalms 55?
No, read that at the moment, Slack, yeah.
Verse 10. And with all the divisableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they
keep it in.
Because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved.
There you go, man. This man, people that follow him end up dead. Why? Because they don't love the truth. If you love the truth, you'll see him for who he is, man. Like, nah, man, that man's the devil, man. But if you don't love the truth, leave him alone. I'm gonna go fight in his army. I'm gonna marry his woman, and then people die. At the Bible saying, them that don't love the truth, they're not dead by this man. What verse you at?
Verse 11.
Where you at? Second Thessalonians what? Sorry.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 11.
2 and 11. Boom, boom. 1 second. This whole chapter spoke about the white man, but give me verse 2. Verse 2. Yeah, verse 2. Jump back up, so I missed it.
Another one gone. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 2. That ye be not soon shaken in mind, or be troubled, neither by spirit, nor by word, nor by letter as from us, as the day of Christ is at hand.
Keep it in.
Let no man deceive you by any means.
There it is. So let no man deceive you, man. Paul telling disciples to let no man deceive you. Deceive means lie to you or trick you. Keep it in.
For that day shall not come except there come a falling away first.
There you go. That's what I wanted. So that day Christ returns, it shall not come until there be a falling away first. Imagine there's a veil on your face and you can't see, and that veil falls away. That day can't happen unless that veil falls away first. And when that veil falls away, we done?
And that man of sin be revealed.
So that veil falls away, then that man of sin be revealed. Then you see the white man for who he is. And how does that veil fall away? Does anyone know?
Can by us going out and teaching. That is the wicked.
You got, so to answer your question, right, Badar, how come people can't see it? Why? Because they've been deceived by him. And the only way they'll be not deceived by him is if we go on them streets. Then that veil will fall away and that man shall be revealed. Like, oh, you're right. He is wicked. He is evil. They won't see it. You're saying, how come they don't see it? Because they got a veil in their eyes. According to him, the white man's the best thing on planet Earth. According to him, the white man, he went to Africa and put clothes on the Africans, man. He didn't kill him. He didn't enslave them. He colonized them. It's another word they like to use as well. He didn't put them in slavery. He colonized them. He showed them, you know, they were swinging from trees, and he put clothes on them and clothed them and turned them into rightful people, man. You got to show the whole world that, nah, he was wicked, man. He killed them, man. And then that veil will fall away, and that man will be revealed. They go, okay. They think that the white man was good, man. The white man brought us to England. Wow, he brought us to England. It was a wonderful thing, man. We was suffering in Jamaica. You gotta know, listen, he didn't want to. He didn't want to, but listen, his economy was crumbling, and we gotta use his niggas, man. And the people go, oh, when that veil will fall away. They can't see right now. When you move it away, then they shall be revealed. Revealed means to make known. Right now, he's not known. And we make him known when we go on the street, because everyone out there thinks he's the most best person on the face of the earth. And it's your job to show him, no, it's not. No, it's not, man. He wants to go to this man. Imagine this: this man went to Saudi Arabia. Yeah, no, he said that he wants to go to Saudi Arabia to go and see if he got weapons of mass destruction. Can you believe that? Like, everyone said, yeah, that sounds right. Like, who made him the policeman?
Right.
This man got weapons of mass destruction himself.
Right.
So that, imagine, the man saying, "I want to come in your house to make sure you got a gun in your house to defend your family." Meanwhile, he got guns in his house himself.
Right.
And Saddam Hussein said, "No, you ain't coming in here, man." And this man, by the time he was done, Saddam Hussein was the worst thing on the planet Earth. He was a horrible person. He was a disgusting person. And everyone can't wait to see Mohammed Hussein caught. Everybody can't wait to see Saddam Hussein and Bin Laden hanging from a tree because they're so wicked. Meanwhile, he raped and robbed and killed 99 million black people, man.
Right.
He overboard, man. He killed so much black people that sharks would follow the slave ship, man. He whipped black people to maggots who coming out of their wounds, man. He used to whip black people and put Scotch bonnet on them, man. He used to feed black people to alligator bait, skin black people and make leather shoes, man, with their skin, man. But Saddam Hussein is so wicked. You're just so wicked yourself, man. And people never know this till they come in the UPK. It's
no, sir, thought for that. And you know what they're teaching the schools in up here, up in Harsden and London. They're teaching in the schools, right, that the kids can marry anybody they want because they have like this Christian, this service thing where the kids go to church in the school, right, and they're teaching our children, right, that they can marry anybody they want. You know what I mean? And we have to re-educate our own kids and be like, listen, you can't marry anyone you want. You have to marry, you know what I mean, what the Lord say you have to marry. You understand? But we've got to keep unlearning and learning and unlearning them, you know what I mean? Because they want to join us up with us. Like you said, they're dying out. Their race is dying out quick. They need us to stay alive. You know what I mean? To order, sir.
I like what Jim Muhammad said. Jim Muhammad, listen, you send your kids to school. You tell Mr. Johnson, listen, you used to stick to the maths, English, and science, man. The brainwashing of my children, you leave it to me. You know what I mean? You see my daughter in school and she's not singing God Save the Queen. And you on the phone me, yeah, we're crafty, you know. If you're at home, just don't worry about that, man. The brainwashing I do. You're a teacher. You teach the math, the English, the science, man.
That's right.
Leave all the other stuff to me, man. I got it, man.
So, like, you said that to him.
No, Jim Muhammad said that his class Thursday, man. So
right.
I'm the parent, man. If I told you to look after these kids while I go shop, you say what? They're your kids, they ain't mine. Exactly. Right. So likewise, they're my kids, right? I pay for them so I can brainwash them too. I can teach them too. I can teach them my God too.
That's right.
My kids. If I call you, you said I beg you watch I.S.U.P.K, man. I'm gonna go shop. You go what? Listen, I didn't make him. It's yours. Exactly. The 100% mine. So I'm responsible for his brainwashing. I'm responsible for what he learns. I'm responsible for what he puts on. I can tell him don't put on a dress because he's mine. 100% mine. If he reaches a certain age, he's mine, man. And my daughters too. Every last one of them are mine. So that's what I tell these teachers, man. So I don't want my daughter doing Christmas. But why this? Because it's mine. Okay, that's it, man. I got to explain to you what it is. Yeah, I'm a Hebrew Israelite. You know, listen, I don't want him. That he's mine. I pay for him. And by law said he must go to school. Had it not been for the law, I probably wouldn't send him to school. Law said he must go to school. So please, you teach him the maths, English, you know, the science, and make sure it's good. But the other stuff, leave that to me, man. That's what you got to tell the teachers. So
that's right. That's right, man. That's right.
Where were you starting in the thingy? Boom.
3.
Yeah. No, that's what I wanted to get to anyway. That's why
the son of perdition.
That's another whole brain in itself. So like, if I go there, you won't get out of it. If I ever show you the solution is, you won't even go there. So like, yeah. But that's what it's saying. No, that's what people don't understand because it isn't. Come on,
some questions, but it's off track.
Give me 2. Go on, hit me.
Okay. 2 Corinthians. I want to push forgiveness on Saturday at Birmingham. I've got 2 precepts I need to break down.
Go on, 2 Corinthians, you said, yeah?
No, 2 Chronicles 6 and 21 and Proverbs 17 and 9.
2 Chronicles 6:21.
2 Chronicles 6 and 21.
Go on. Six 21. Go on, hit me.
Okay. The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 6, verse 21. Hearken therefore unto the supplications of thy servant and of thy people Israel, which they shall make towards this place. Hear thou from thy dwelling place, even from heaven, and when thou hearest, forgive.
So where you go with this, sorry?
I want to break down. I want to know what that means in the aspects of forgiveness.
Okay, so this is not forgiveness. This is forgiveness of the Lord forgiving us, not me forgiving you or in general.
Yeah.
All right, so this is King Solomon speaking now. King Solomon's praying to the Lord. King Solomon's like, he's a man that loves black people. It's hard because nowadays you don't get men that love black people. But imagine a leader that loves black people, not like Jesse Jackson. It's all about money. And Donald Trump would give him money and say, listen, then black people are vexing from the whole George Floyd thing. Take this money, shut them up. and he goes on TV and goes, "Oh, black man, calm down, man." Imagine a black man that really loves black people and wants the best for black people and tell black men to do this and do that. This is King Solomon, and his chapter is praying to the Lord, and he loves black people so much. He knows that black people are gonna F up sometimes. He knows black people are gonna make mistakes. And like, please, Lord, if they make mistakes and they pray to you, please just don't kill him, man. Give him another chance. He's pleading, just begging to Lord, like, please, just hear. I know it's rough, and I know they piss you off sometimes when it's kill him and they go jail and all everything, but just hear them out, man. Just take time. That's what we're reading right now.
It's like, yeah, so King Solomon's praying for
yeah. So
Israel.
Yeah, read. Start from verse 1.
Verse 1. The book of 2 Chronicles, chapter 6, verse 1. Then said Solomon.
There's a who?
Then said Solomon.
Solomon speaking. We done?
The Lord hath said that he would dwell in the thick darkness.
There you go. So this King Solomon speaking. And when you read on, you go, when you read on, you start praying. So you go to your verse.
Verse 21. Hearken therefore unto the supplications of thy servant.
There you go. So he's saying, please, Lord, to mess up. You know what I mean? Hearken and listen to the supplications that demand. Listen to the demands of your servants, man. Hear them out, man. You know, I know they mess up, but to come to you when they're sorry, please hear it, man. That's a good leader of black people right there. It's very rare we don't get it no more. Because King David saying, you know, and you read on it goes, if a man sin and turns to the Lord, please hear him. And it's a stranger, which is a man that has been kicked out of Israel, come back to you, please hear him. It's a man that's pleading to the Lord, like, please, you know.
So, like, I don't know. It was servant that threw me off. I wasn't sure who he was talking about, who was the servant. So, yeah, I completely got that.
So that's 12. So what's the next one, sorry?
Proverbs 17 and 9.
17 and 9.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 17, verse 9. He that covereth, Salakia, he that covereth a transgression seeketh love, but he that repeateth a matter separateth very friends.
Okay, read it again. So it goes, he that covereth a transgression seeketh love. There's a scripture that backs this.
He that covereth a transgression seeketh love, but he that repeateth a matter separateth very friends.
Okay, you know what does that sound like? I've got to behind
like
himself.
If you see sin, I mean, it sounds like hiding something.
It's not what it's saying. You know how you know?
No, stealing. If you steal.
No, he that covers transgression seeketh love.
Cover for transgression. Transgression is sin. Cover to take, go to steal.
No. It goes, he that covers. Once again, he that covereth a transgression seeketh love, but so this is the opposite now. So it's saying, say one thing, then the flip side. But he, where you are, but he that repeateth a matter separates his very friends. What's that saying? So the first part before the colon is the opposite to the last part. The first before the colon is one thing. That the colon, what's after the colon is the opposite. So if I say anyone that loves me will house me, but he that hates me will kick me out of the street. One's the opposite to the other. So what's it saying?
He that covereth a transgression seeketh love.
What's that part saying?
He that
Salakia.
Go on to that one.
Is that saying like if you know someone do something but you don't report it or you don't speak up against it, then
that's what it sounds like. But what's the flip side? Yeah, now what you just said right there, what's written after will have to be the flip side. So go on.
Does that mean, Salaki, does it mean like the person keeps keeps sinning? He's kind of can't even word it.
Salaki, if I could.
Yeah.
All right. Remember, I'll give it a try. Remember, the first part and the last part are opposites.
Come on. So covering his transgression, so he knows he's done something to transgress against a brother. So covering it is now that he's changed what he does so that he no longer transgresses against a brother. So he's seeking love. He's covering that transgression.
You're onto it.
That's
what
what
I'm saying here. He that covered a transgression, seeks friendship. You got a friend. You got a friend here does something wrong, and you check him and you make sure he doesn't do it again. And you say, you know what? This stays between me and you. I'm gonna tell the whole world. You check him and go, okay, cool, and that's it. But the opposite is the man that repeats it. You know, so and so was you know, so and so blah 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 blah. That man separates friends. One man gains a friend, checks him, covers it, and go, don't do it again, man. But the opposite is got a big mouth. There's a priest that said the exact same thing. But,
so like the other one, isn't that forgiveness already by not reporting it? Or
kind of.
There's a kind of forgiveness in there.
No, let's talking about, like, for instance, if you went to a council, you did something wrong, you went to a council, then will check you, whatever. They don't tell your business to everybody. They hold it down, and you know that's how you seek friendship. Right? Don't do it again, Mark. You know, blah, blah, blah. You know, in the council, so and so. It's not saying don't see a man smoking, don't say nothing. It's not saying that. We just so you ain't saying that, but letting everyone know. But the point is making a man that seeks friends won't let out someone's business to the whole world. That's the opposite. Read that again. It's forgiveness, kind of, not outright forgiveness, but it's the same kind of thing here. Read that again.
He that covereth a transgression seeketh love.
So you seek love. You know, a brother does something wrong. You know, he went to the council, got checked. You know, everyone knows, and that's that, man. You don't tell the whole world. You just, you know, that's that. Move forward, keep it in.
But he that repeateth a matter separated.
A man repeats it, tells the whole world. You see, blah 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 blah. He was doing this, you know. He was that. A man does that. Does what?
Separated very friends.
You separate very friends. That's the whole context. You know, people say it's a man hide the man's sin. That's fine. It's stuff you believe. But how do you explain the verse after?
So the flip side is you're not forgiving them by running
your mouth, telling the whole world. It's paid his debt, man.
Can I use that as a forgiveness?
I wouldn't, to be honest. I wouldn't. It don't kind of fit. Forgiveness is in there though, because you know, a man done the crime. It's been covered now, but I wouldn't really. If you can flip it somehow and make it sound good, but I think it's kind of tricky, to be honest, if I'm honest. So you all get that, yeah? Where was all right? So give me Genesis 24, please, and 2. Start from 1.
So like the one was that Genesis? What's like here?
24, about 1.
Genesis 24, 1. And Abraham was old and well stricken in age.
So is Abraham now way before Moses, man. Abraham's an old man now, stricken in age. Stricken needs to be hit. So Abraham hit hard in age, man. Hit hard, man. There's some man that are older, you know, they can still function and jump on the bus. And there's some man that's, wheelchair, stick. Some man actually bedbound, and someone got to pick them up, feed them, you know, in the nursing homes, feed them. That's Abraham right now. Hit hard, stricken with age. We done?
Khan. And the Lord had blessed Abraham in all things.
And the Lord blessed Abraham in all things, man. Imagine that. Imagine you said the Lord so much. The Lord bless you in everything, man. You get the right woman, the right house, the right car, everything is blessed in all things, man. You don't know what the right job. Keep it in.
Khan. And Abraham said unto his eldest servant of his house that ruled over all he had.
There you go, proving that Abraham had peas, man. You know, you watch the movies, you see Abraham with dirt on his face and shit in the desert. Now, Abraham had money, man. He said to his servant, he said to his eldest servant, you know, I mean, he had bare servants, but it's one servant. You know, for instance, you know, you have like loads of like employees. You got one who's the manager. That's the guy we're talking about right here. You got loads of servants, but one guy is the manager. He's been there the longest, the more experience. You know what I mean? You hit that servant will run the other servants. He'll pay the wages of the other servants. That's how Abraham lived. Abraham had money, was paying people's wages, man. Abraham was a rich man. He went on guy with wind blowing in some little tent, man. He had money, man. Farms, cows, people working for him the whole nine. And he said to his eldest servant, one of his employees, keep it in.
Khan, I pray thee, Salakia, over all he had. Put, I pray thee, thy hand under my thigh. Yeah?
Yeah, keep it in.
Khan. And I will make thee swear by the Lord, the God of heaven and the God of the earth.
So for anybody that don't know, Abraham wasn't gay, man. It was Sarnetta. So Abraham got man putting his hand under his thighs. Read the Bible in context, man. The Bible says Abraham is old. When you're old, how do you get about, man? Someone picks you up, man. When someone picks you up like this, you know, the woman gets married. That's what it means to put your hand under my thigh. I mean, pick me up. You can't pick himself up. Remember, he's old. Saying, pick me up, man. The man says, listen, pick me up. I want to tell you something. That's what it means, man. Read the context. You know what I mean? It didn't say Abraham liked men and told the man to touch his thigh. So put your hand under my thigh. I see you pick someone up. This is before wheelchairs and Zimmer frames and what's the things that old people stand up on again? Pick them up. Anyway, this before that. So, keep it in.
Quran, and the God of the earth, that thou shalt not take a wife unto my son of the daughters of the Canaanites among whom I dwell.
So hold on. Even before Moses, long before Moses, Abraham didn't want his son touching them heathens, man. Abraham said, I'm about to die, so I won't be around. So I can't ensure that my son don't touch no African woman. And told his servant, listen, swear to me that Abraham would not marry one of them heathen, man. Not marry one of them Canaanites that I dwell with. This law, Abraham had this law way before Moses, man. Race mixing has always been a sin in the Bible, man. To keep your nation preserved and pure has always been in the Bible, man. He saw how the Africans were living. I said, my son ain't marrying this. He saw the African dancing around the campfire, you know, the stripping. It's like, I ain't going for these, man. Nah, man. My son's gonna marry royalty, man. And it was that, but he didn't say, Abraham didn't say, you know, I'd rather my son just marry his own. Abraham said to, this is how serious it was. He said, swear to me. Imagine that on your deathbed. What do people wish for on the deathbed? Swear to me you don't squander my money. Swear to me you don't blah, blah, blah. This man's about to die. And the only thing he can think of is, I don't want my son with them disgusting Africans. That's how much he saw it. That's how much he loves his own people. Like, what do people ask for on the deathbed usually? They want to know.
More time, so lucky. I say more time.
More time. I mean, what people asking in their will, you know, do this, do that. He's so important to me because make sure my son not marry one of them. Told his servants, like about
when these Canaanites throwing their babies on the fire.
Canaanites doing all that stuff, man. Canaanites throwing. Listen, Canaanites throwing the things that we see as what it is. We live in England today, so you know. Africans you see today are modernized, and the Chinese man is modern, the Indian man is modern. So when we talk our stuff in camp, people go, oh no, they don't do that. No, they do. You know, you're looking at men that study, and you're looking at people that see shit on TV. They've never been to Africa. Africa's a continent of 50 countries, man. More than 50 countries. And when a man goes, Africans don't dance around a campfire. I've been Africa, yeah, you've been Nigeria. In the hotel, you know, where everyone speaks English. You say you ain't been out in the bush. You say, do you not watch David Attenborough? He exists, you know. I've seen him in the tribe that it's not fake. The tribe that drink blood, the tribe that eat bush meat, they exist. But I've been at the whole place, you know, that whole place. You went to one country, Africa, after the continent, and because you went there, you know, because you went to Shashamali, you know, we're in a little community with a couple niggas. You think you know what happened in the whole of Africa? Don't be ridiculous, man. Come on, listen. You can study the men. Africans, listen to me. Africans bathe in doo-doo, man. I said so. I've been Nigeria. Yeah, I know. You went to Lagos airport. I know, you know, a little part. You think you know what happens in all of Africa? Right. East Indians bathe in doo-doo, man. And Abraham knew this. And he's like, we ain't marrying them. I know you went to Bombay. What's called Mumbai? Went to Mumbai. You went to India. They wear in suits. So you think, not in my neighborhood. They don't. They do, man. That's what they do. You can go Google. You go on YouTube. It's there. I'm not lying. The Bible calls them odious nations. That it calls them nations that are odd. That's what they are. And black will be the only nation that ain't odd. The only one. Every other nation has plates in their lips. What they do? They come to England and they learn to, you know, put the plate away, and they circumcise women and. And he believes that as well. You know, some black men, you know, Slovakia. Say, yo, I like Somalian things, you know. I heard that. Got big body, you know. I think Somalians, you know, cut off clitorises. I've heard the young boys say that, man. Somalians, all you can say is Slovakia. I don't know what's going on. Oh, that's the train of thought now, man. Where was I, man? Slovakia, carry on.
Yeah. Come. But thou shalt Slovakia. Where was I?
Verse 4.
My bad. But thou shalt go unto my counsel, Salakia. But thou shalt go unto my country, and to my kindred and take a wife unto my son.
So it's a don't marry the heathen, but go to my country of my family and give him a wife, man. And what do we do in the UPK, man? We marry women of our kindred and
That's
our
right.
family.
Right.
It's always been in the Bible to marry a woman of your own people. Always been in the Bible, man. And we're gonna keep doing it, man. We're gonna keep marrying them and keep our bloodline pure, man. We're not gonna give our bloodline to no other woman. No East Indian woman gonna hold my holy seed. So luck, yeah.
Right.
No East Indian woman gonna hold our holy seed, but only black women can hold it, man. So luck, yeah, Ariella.
So like your other one, we push the Latinos, blacks, Latinos and Native Indians are people, which means before the slave trade, the transatlantic slave trade, we was all black, we was all dark skinned. What? I know there was 150 years of Spanish whitewashing. But what happened to the Cubans and that look European now? They look Spanish. Again, how did they get? Because by rights, the seed of them would have been Esau, which makes them not our people.
That's true.
Which would make them Edomites. So why are we still calling them?
No, because this is the deal.
European-looking Latinos.
If you're in China, you go to China today, and you well, God forbid, you have sex with 1,000 Chinese women. Can you turn all of China black? You just can't do it. And likewise, in slavery, the oppressor would rape women, would have sex with certain women and whatnot. But again, there's more men of us than him, so you can't turn out whole race black. So fair enough, an oppressor could have sex in slavery with a black woman. That child will be an Edomite in the field. And if a black man has sex with that girl child, he would just produce the child that comes out here is a black child again, even though it might be pale, even though it might be light skin. Makes sense. That's where we are today. He can't wipe us out because he's one horny slave master. He can't bruise all out. So he might make a kid 1 and 2, and not every time he rapes somebody, a kid comes out anyway. He might make one, and one day broke in slavery, breed that woman back again, or it might make a son. Might breed a black woman. There might be another one, but a black man breeds outside again, and he goes right back in again. He can't wipe us out because he's one person amongst loads of us. Is carpet.
The reason I ask is some of them look even light or pastier than Fat Joe and Big Pun. They look even light. You can look at Fat Joe and Big Pun and see they're from the loins of Negroes. But you've got Cubans and Puerto Ricans that are even lighter. They look Spanish.
No, some of them will tell you. Some of them probably are. Some of them will tell me, "Oh, my dad's from Spain. I mean, migrated here." Some probably are asking. But again, looks and stuff don't really mean anything. You know what I mean? I'm a man with how many kids that are different, to be honest. So, like, yeah, it happens sometimes. So, okay, where were we? Sorry.
Verse 5. And the servant said unto him, peradventure the woman will not be willing to follow me onto this land.
Servant said, just in case, peradventure, just in case. He said, what if the woman don't want to come? What if I tell this woman, listen, Abraham said he wants you to marry his daughter? She's like, nah, I don't believe you, man. You know what I mean? What if she don't come? Then what should I do? Keep it in.
Come.
That's lucky. That's a good servant, by the way. It's a good servant, by the way. Even you brothers in the UPK as well. Any man that asks questions, any man that isn't sure of a task, ask questions, man. That's what he said. So go out there, take him a wife. Like, all right, so I'll do that. But what if this? What if that? All right, cool. Just make it straight. For go there, don't be scared to ask questions, man. Don't go out there. Don't hear something. Be scared to ask questions and go do it wrong. Go ask questions, man. Nothing wrong with asking questions. And that's what the servant did. He wanted to make sure he got the shit right. You done?
Come. Must I needs bring my son again onto the land from whence thou camest?
So anyway, servant saying, so what if the woman not come? Do I bring Isaac back? Do I bring him all the way back here? But the fact is, he married a woman of his own kindred, someone of his own tribe, of his own people. Give me Genesis 6:1.
Genesis 6:1. Come on.
Again, more before Noah, showing you that what we always was commanded to marry our own people, man.
Genesis 6 verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men, that they were fair, and they took them wives of all they chose.
So what's it talking about? Okay.
It's talking about us taking wives taking wives, isn't it? That's what I think.
That's correct. A Christian would say, nah, man, this is the angels coming down and having sex with man. Because it said the sons of God, so the daughters of men. I took them wives. That's the angels having sex with human beings, man, and creating some Nephilim. You know what I mean? What would you say? What would you say to that? Who's the sons of God?
Salakia, right. That's the godly line of Seth intermingling with the other nations and also the daughters of Canaan. Cain. I mean.
Right. Yeah. So prove it to me then, if you could.
Salakia, prove that we're the sons of God.
Prove to me who the sons of God are. This is before Israel, so you can't prove but the Israelites the son of God. Prove to me who the sons of God are, man, because you're saying the sons of God are having sex with the sons of men. That sounds like the angels having sex with regular human beings. It's like Ariella. The children of Israel are the children of Israel are the son of God. They are. That's true. But at this point, we weren't alive yet. This is Noah's time.
The sons are children.
No, but this is before Israel. You can't be a son if you're not about yet. So who are the sons of God here? All right, give me Luke 3. Give me Luke 3:1.
Come on.
Book of Luke, chapter 3, verse 1. Now in the 15th year of the reign of Tiberius, Caesar, Pontius, Pilate, being governor of Judea, and Herod being...
Give me Luke 3. Sorry, I missed it myself. Yeah, 3:23.
The book of Luke, chapter 3, verse 23. And Jesus himself began to be about 30 years of age, being, as was supposed, the son of Joseph.
So that Jesus was the son of Joseph. Is running down Christ's lineage. So in Christ was the son of Joseph, you done?
Which was the son of Heli.
And Joseph was the son of Heli. So we're at Christ right now, and we're going back in lineage. Going back in lineage all the way to Adam, because Christ is the son of Adam. Going right back. Keep it in.
Which was the son of Matat.
And Joseph's father was who? Was Heli. Joseph's father was Heli. Heli's son was the son of Matat. We done?
Which was the son of Levi.
And his father was Levi. So Christ's great grandfather was a man called Levi. Skip down. So we keep going back. We're going back. Give me verse 31.
Verse 31. Which was the son of Melia. Which was the son of Menan. Which was the son of Matata.
Keep it in.
Which was the son of Nathan.
Keep it in.
Which was the son of David.
Which is the son of David. This is how Christ is from the lineage of David. David is in Christ's bloodline. Christ is from the lineage of David. Going back, from Christ all the way back. And right now, we're at Christ's time in his lineage, which made him from the tribe of Judah, which made him from David. No, not Judah, sorry. This made him of the seed of David. Hence why they call him what? Son of David. Because one of his great-grandfathers was David. Give me verse 33.
Verse 33. Which was the son of Amminadab. Which was the son of Aram. Which was the son of Ezra.
Keep it in.
Which was the son of Phares. Which was the son of Judah.
There you go. That's what makes Christ a Judite. It makes Christ the son of David. Why? Because David is one of his great-grandparents. It makes him the tribe of Judah, because Judah is one of his great-great-grandparents. That's how the tribe of Judah. They call him the lion for the tribe of Judah. They call him the son of David. Why? Because he is. These people are in his bloodline. Keep it in.
Which was the son of Jacob. Which was the son of Isaac.
And keep it in.
Which was the son of Abraham.
And this is how he's an Israelite, because it's from Israel or Jacob, one of his great-great-grandfathers. Skip it down to verse 38.
Verse 38. Which was the son of Enos. Which was the son of Seth.
Hold on, say that again.
Which was the son of Seth.
And Christ was related to Seth. not Cain. How come Cain ain't in here? Why ain't Cain in here? Christ was from Seth's line. From Seth. Imagine Adam had what? 2 sons, Cain and Seth. Christ don't come from Cain though. Cain's line was a whole different line. As you find out, Cain's line was called the wicked one. You read in 1 John, is it? Christ come from Seth. Keep it in.
Which was the son of Adam.
And Seth was son of Adam. And we done?
Which was the son of Yahweh.
And we didn't verbatim. Who's Adam?
Which was the son of Yahweh.
And Adam is the son of God. Adam is the son of God. So all Adam's children are what? Sons of God, man. Israel. Right. And any child Israel has are what? Israelites, man. Adam back then was called the sons of God. And all of his children were sons of God. And it's crazy. What does Israelite mean? What does Israel mean? Anyone know?
Prince of God or sons of God.
Power. Sons of the power.
Now who's the power?
The Most High.
So if you're a prince of God, what's a prince to a king?
Son.
There you go. Sons of God, prince of God, saying the exact same thing. The Lord always had what? The regular nations, the chosen, and the wicked. At this time, though, it was called the sons of men and the sons of God. And what you see in Genesis 6 was what? The sons of God interracial marriage, man, which God has always hated, man. And that's why he brought the flood. That's what, show me in the Bible where it's wrong for angels to have sex with a woman, man. An angel can't have sex with a woman anyway, it's impossible, man. It's just impossible. Angels don't have semen, man. So lock for what? You want to know why men have semen? Why? Because we die. Men have seed. Why? Because we die. Angels don't die. So why would an angel have semen, man? Would it make sense? Men have semen for that specific reason, to make more of themselves, to reproduce. Semen has one purpose, just one, and that's to reprocreate, man. And what would an angel be doing with semen when they don't reprocreate? So it don't make no sense, does it? It don't make no sense. But we do. So go back to Genesis 6:1, Baba Kushar.
Come on, come. Genesis 6. So lucky, verse 1. And it came to pass when men began to multiply on the face of the earth.
Men began to multiply on the face of the earth. People like, nations start to grow and establish and get bigger and bigger. Have you done?
Khan. When men began to multiply on the face of the earth, and daughters were born unto them.
Keep it in.
That the sons of God.
So this is the time of Noah. So Adam's children are growing now and growing and growing, and they become a nation. And his children, we done?
Khan, that the sons of God saw the daughters of men.
And his children, Adam's children, are seeing the other nations. Just like Adam, if the Lord didn't put a deep seat upon Adam, what would Adam have done? Had do the same thing. If the Lord didn't put it in the law for us, what would have we done? The same thing. What the black people do this today? The same thing. Adam's holy sons, man, the sons that came from Seth, they saw the other nations and they saw the daughters and go, oh, look all right, still, They say what these kids say today, man. I want a Marley thing, I want this, I want that. Start mixing their royal seed, man, with these disgusting heathen. Keep it in.
Khan, that the daughters of men were fair, and they took them wives of all which they chose.
And they took them wives and go, I'm taking that one, I'm taking this one, I'm taking that one. I want that one, man. I don't want no black woman no more. So it was like, some of these men start even dissing black women nowadays, man. Just dissing them. Nah, man, I don't want no dry black girl, I want this. That's how it is, man. But that's what Genesis is talking about. It's not talking about angels, man. Talking about interracial marriage. And listen, that if you read the Bible, the Lord caused a flood to wipe everybody off. And then after the flood, what? Before the flood, the earth was one. You read about it in the Bible. It was one. You had land on one side and water on the other side. And the Lord separated the Lord separated the landmass. Now you got land, water, land, sea, land, river. The Lord divided us. The Lord put barriers there. So we like the Lord was so sick of us having sex with other nations. He put water to separate us, man. So fucking now put some river here because you niggas just love these heathen women, man. That's why you
across, right?
It wouldn't spell sense the Lord do that for angels. Angels can fly, just fly over the river. There was rivers back then, but a river is something you can see over.
That's what separated our land from the river Nile to the Euphrates.
Time Adam.
After Euphrates was Jordan. After the Nile was Egypt.
No, that's river though. River you can literally step over a river. I mean, the Lord made sea and landmass and ocean. to separate us from nations. Before they had rivers, how else would we drink? That's not a problem. A river is something that, a river is like a stream of water you can skip over. The Lord had to separate us from other nations. The Lord has separate us with what? The English Channel, man. You know what I mean? And separate us with the Mediterranean and what's some big ones? Some big seas, because boy, we just love other nations, man. Literally physically separate us that we couldn't go over there. And if you did with a boat, try going over there and then in a regular boat. Go and try it. Like no, go try go to Africa in a paddling boat. You see what happens. So the waves was tip your shit over. Like, easy. Tip your shit right over. Don't think because the white man goes over there in his big boats and he knows how to navigate the sea, you can go over there looking for a hammer in a paddling boat. You won't come back. I'm telling you. Go over there in a rubber boat. You ain't coming back. So like, yeah, you're weird. You're also Titanic. But all right, cool. Give me Tobit, Baba Kashar. Tobit. In fact, first, give me 1 John 3:12, letting you know that Cain was no longer the son of Adam, man. Cain had his own lineage, his own disgusting people. Just like Esau is no longer the son of Jacob, man. He's the wicked, man. There's wicked shit over there, man. He was no longer in our family, man. The Lord kicked him out. And remember, Cain had a wife, and they had children. And guess what? Their children weren't the sons of God, man. They were called the wicked, the sons of the wicked.
What do you say, 1 John or just John?
I think it's 1 John, 1 John. 3:12.
Book of 1 John, chapter 3, verse 12. Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one.
There you go, man. The Bible said Cain is of that wicked one, man. Cain is the father of the wicked. Cain is of Satan, man, of that wicked one. And what did we read in Thessalonians? Who's of that wicked one today? What Thessalonians are quote, it said what? Who's coming after the will of Satan, man. Now that's Esau today. Esau is coming after Satan. But back then, Cain was that wicked one. The Bible, it runs in a certain pattern, man. You always had the wicked one, the chosen, and the order of the nations, man. It's always been that way. But all right, cool. Give me, what was that? Okay.
Tobit.
Yeah, give me Tobit. 4 and about 11.
Book of Tobit, chapter 4, verse 11. For alms is a good gift unto that all that give it in the sight of the Most High.
So Tobit's dad saying alms is a good gift. Alms is like charity work, man. Like, you got some money, you just help a brother out, man. Alms is a good gift in the sight of the Most High. Not some people is tight, man. No, man. Go get a job, man. Go pull yourself up by your shoestraps, man. Nah, man. Lord say, give alms, man. Give a brother a donation or help some people out, man. Keep it in.
Beware of all whoredom, my son.
Read that again.
Beware of all whoredom, my son.
And now Tobit teach his brother a lesson. His son a lesson, like, yeah. He's saying, beware of all whoredom, man. And you're gonna find out, guess what? Marrying outside of your nation is whoredom.
Right.
We think whoredom is what having sex with whores and prostitutes, and that. It is. But guess what? Homosexuality is also whoredom.
Right.
Having sex with white women is whoredom as well, man.
Right.
Having sex with black women is also whoredom. Right. And Tobit's about to explain it, man. Listen, forget my words. Tobit that's saying beware of all whoredom. Keep it in.
So like
1 second, I can hold your point, please.
Yeah,
so, remember it. Don't forget it, Baba Kushar.
Yeah, come.
And chiefly take
and what?
up. And
chiefly mean above all things, saying beware of whoredom, beware of whores, having sex with whores and wrongful sex. And above all this, we done.
Take a wife of the seed of thy fathers.
And he told his son to take a wife of the seed of your own people, man. That's what he told his son. He said, son, find yourself a black, Hispanic, or Native American Indian woman, man. Keep it in.
Right.
And take not a strange woman to wife.
And he told his son, do not take a strange woman to wife. Don't take someone who ain't of our people. We done?
Right.
Which is not of thy father's tribe.
Keep it in.
For we are the children of the prophets.
Great. That's heavy. He tells his son, don't marry no heathen woman. They explains to him why. Read that part again.
For we are the children of the prophets.
He telling his son, listen, because we're special, man. They ain't special, man. We are the children of the prophets. He said, don't marry no heathen because we are the children of the prophets. Don't marry them. They ain't special. We're the special ones, man. We're the holy ones. We're the one with good heritage, man.
That's right.
We're the one with a good name, man. People try to marry white women because they have good hair. Toby said, nah, we got good hair, man.
That's
Right.
right.
Marry white women because I want my kids to have good hair. Toby said, nah. In the Bible said Christ had hair like wool. Toby said,
That's
we
right.
are the chosen ones. Our hair's better than theirs, man.
Right.
Right.
I want some European features. Our features are better than theirs, man.
That's right.
That's
We are the prophets. They ain't the prophets. I don't give a shit how thin their hair is, man. They ain't the sons of the prophets, man.
So,
I don't care about their features, man. They ain't the sons of the prophets. We are the special ones. They ain't, man. And Toby said, don't marry them for that reason.
and
They are-
Salaki, and Salaki, that's why you can see now in the scripture where it says, Abraham said on his dying bread, right? Like you just said there, don't let my son marry a Canaanite, right? Because of this same principle, right? The mindset of knowing that you are the sons of the prophets. Do not give my son over to a heathen.
That's right.
Can't and so like so just one other thing before I forget. So a black man going with a white woman or a man going with a woman outside of his race or our bloodline, it is the same thing as being a homo, right? And a lesbian. Same thing. So we can brush that under the same thing.
It's like he said, beware of all whoredom. Then he goes into it. It's like me saying, beware of being a thief. Don't be bank robbing. Don't be pickpocketing.
Right.
Don't be scamming. I'm letting you know that all these things come up under the umbrella of being a thief.
Right.
Saying,
Okay.
all whoredom, man. All of it. And it's saying, and then it explains what whoredom is talking about in specific.
Right.
Marrying other nations.
Right.
Whoredom.
Right.
Whoredom yourself.
Right.
He's letting you know what a whoredom is.
Right.
I say, why? We're the sons of the prophets. We are better than them.
Right.
We are better than them. We are like, it's a shame, man, how our brothers today, man, especially our brothers, man, we don't love ourselves, man. Imagine that. We got no pride. We marry other nations because we think that they're doing us a favor. The trophy was like, wow, a white girl loves me. She let me in. Why can't I say, damn them, man, I'm special, man. You got to come love me. He says, well, I got a white woman. The Windrush came to England. Oh my gosh, every man's goal was to get a white woman. Every last one of them, man. Whew. Come to England, like, yes, we made it to England. Next step now, get a white woman. That was a man's goal.
Salakia.
So like 1 second. So where's our pride? You're saying that you're saying I ain't shit, you know. You look at your mom, your dad, and go, all of us ain't shit right here. Now that is something.
Right.
Now, mom, you look like her, so you ain't shit. Dad, you don't look like him, so you ain't shit. That's what you're saying to your mom, your dad, your auntie, your whole nation, man. Come on, black man, we can't be thinking like that, man. We can't be thinking like that, man. Salakia, man.
So like,
We can't.
I roll with a man like that.
Say that again.
No, back in the day, certain man used to drop it like that. They don't want black guy.
Look, this is all the Windrush. The Windrush came here soon. See that picture gun? Look, picture gun. It broke.
Too good.
Hold on, no, really. I had a Windrush picture on the wall that I framed myself. There has to be investigation. I swear down. Anyone that someone finds anyone that don't find that picture.
Okay.
I mean, dead serious with that picture.
I can remember it used to be there, isn't it?
Anyway, so like yeah, I just got to brush. Have that picture on for true. Is he behind that picture there? Check that one. That's a mazza. Anyway, them same man you see in that boat, suit and ties, and they come to start a new life, man. All the way, like right, made it to England. A normal pack with me, I'm start twanging now. I'm gonna get a nice job. I'm gonna be next to the white man. I'm gonna talk like this and get there. I'm gonna get me a white woman. Every last one of them. So now that's just a fact. All of them. And that was a black.
Then they get charged for rape.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that black shit in the islands. Oh, that black stuff. And the sour sap and the rice and peas. I'm gonna bang us and mash it. I'm gonna do it properly. That's the way it is. We just got low self-esteem to the point that it's come now. We got low self-esteem with all nations now. All of them. Like what the Mali, Slovakia. I see black people, Indian. Like when I see black, it gets to me because I grew up around Indian people. I grew from Brum. London's more diverse, but Brum is just blacks and Indians. And I know Indians, like I know them before Fenty makeup came out. We went to school with them. You know, remember back in the day, the Indians had the one pony, long down with elastic at the back. I know how nasty they can be. So when I see myself, I'm like, I know them, and they spit on the floor and.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're married into. Like, you're gonna sit on the couch and hear granny. That's you. You want to marry that family?
Right.
That family. Like, maybe let's start being some muscle, man. We see a bit of face or a bit of batty or a bit of white flesh and tongue crazy. Like, man, look what this is what you're going into, man. We grew and then they used to stink of curry growing up, man. You get the lesson as well.
Right.
So we like, oh, the stink of curry. Everything was like, oh, you stink of curry, man. A black man 20. Maybe it's a new wave, or maybe it's changed now. So the younger generation. Go ahead.
Yeah, there's a show. Was it called The Cons or something, or The Sing, something like that? He does that in the. He does that shit in the show, man. You get me?
So like, maybe I'm old, and that was an old Pakistani man. The new one now's revived. And you see that Mendy having their nails and shit. No, come on.
Disgusting.
Okay, you can't relate. You're from London.
No, I can't. Trust me, I can't. I made some mistakes. I stepped in dog shit.
You don't hear about it. You don't hear about it.
I made some mistakes, man. I made some mistakes in life that I'm not proud of. So I know. I know.
I can't do that shit, man. But so it beats me. I think something like, look, I watch the kids talking. I'm thinking, oh no, it beats me. Even nigga in the world must be like, yo, in Jamaicans, forget about it. Jamaicans love Chinese women. Flat. Oh, I'm gonna get flagged. But I talk about it. I was once in the world. You know, men are carnal. Like any man trying to do a thing, and I could. It's wrong, but I can kind of understand it. But any man want to marry into that, I just can't. I in the world just can't get it. But anyway, it's like that's the class anyway.
And them Arabs,
okay.
Oh no, it's like I was just gonna say, and them Arabs are the one. Oh my god, that's some next level. See, okay,
I'm from Bronx. I don't even know Arabs to that, but apparently it's true. Arabs are meant to be like the woman. Like people talk, like the Russian models. She's a Russian model. It's meant to be like wow, and the Arabs too. Arabs meant to be like the exotic. Am I correct? Yeah, like top of all women. Like people say, yeah, I got an Arab woman. It means like I got the top exotic, blah blah.
They're quite dirty, you know, and quite nasty. I don't know how to tidy up and all them things there. They're really, they're terrible, man.
What I heard, the Moroccan. When people say like Moroccan, what means like the most exotic Egyptian as well, isn't it? Egyptian. Well, just our Arabs anyway.
They see us as slaves are the one. They still see us with a black man get with an Arab. That woman there will think you're her slave. They will think she's your slave. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Fire upon the Arabs, man. So lucky, man. They can all stay there. What's that road called again? Edgware Road. They can stay Edgware Road, man. I was thinking it ends with my woman and
right.
You can do the shisha smoking and belly dancing.
Yeah,
that's right.
You can do that thing. You know what I mean? But just don't marry them. That's the point. But with that, I hand out to priest and prophet, officer 50. Oh yeah, that's a luck. Yeah. Give a hand to the teacher.
Security announcements. We are the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6 month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3 and 8 to 10, means 1/10 in the Hebrew, Ma'asharah, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations.
Hanukkah, I believe.
Feast
of Hanukkah?
Purim.
Purim first. Like.
Feast of Purim.
No, but
if you could, please, quickly, so watch it go to boy real quick.
Hanukkah, 17th, I believe, isn't it? 17th of December.
Okay. It's up when I see you doing your thing, man. Like, yo.
He's on point.
Feast of Dedication, Saturday the 17th of December.
Most time, Christ.
Reminder, Kevin Aquas Young, to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school to start wearing all black boots, shirt, pant, headband, and scarf. And with that, we'll give the teacher one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I.M.A.D.I.U.M. I.M.A.D.I.U.M. Shabbat. I.M.A.D.I.U.M. Barak. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
How Hashem Yahushua?
Sa. Yad Yamatah. Sa, which means turn. I'm going to give the sisters one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, I.M.A.D.I.U.M. I.M.A.D.I.U.M. Shabbat. I.M.A.D.I.U.M. Barak.
Yahweh
Yad Yamatah, class dismissed.
Brothers, shalom.
Shalom, Christ.
Right.